Through the different brewing methods, cuppings, shops, and interviews I've experienced over the past few months, I've come to believe that coffee is subjective. Everyone can have a unique way to experience it that's perfect for them. Because with so many options, there's no black and white answer, and we have to find a gray area. I'm Elle Grayson, and this is the Coffee Shop Project. Hi everyone, I'm Elle, and I'm here with Kelsey in Fort Worth, Texas at Fire Cup Coffee, and they are going to tell me a little bit about their brand new shop, starting with their branding. So you guys are all based around fire and Fire Cup. Where did that come from? Where did the idea kind of originate?
So it's kind of a branding model from the family business. They've got several other businesses, their son in particular, and so fire's just kind of in the blood.
I love it. And then on top of that, as I've been just looking through your Instagram page, which is beautiful, over the past couple of weeks, I've noticed a huge emphasis on community and home. What was kind of your goal with the vibe and design that you were going for when creating this ambiance?
Yeah, so community is huge for us. And so the owner really wanted to bring a community whole space. That's what we wanted to do, and bring in a space where the community can come and gather and hang out. We've got events. People can rent it out for their needs.
No way.
Yes. When we've got some event spaces under construction right now, so when those are ready, that's kind of the goal for that. But that was kind of our big thing. It's just we want a place for the family to come and hang out and have a place to gather.
So you've been open for 1 month now, and I've seen a slew of events as I've been following along. What's been your favorite to kind of be a part of so far?
Definitely the community events. We haven't had that many just because we're trying to start slow. But in particular, every Tuesday we just launched with a local church hosting a weekly children's story time.
Oh my gosh.
And so we had our first one this morning, and it was just great. It made my heart happy to see all these little kids here and their moms, and I just really love getting to see the families coming in and spending time with each other and getting out of the house.
Yeah. And the state just opened again, so what perfect timing for you guys.
It did, yes. We're still taking all the precautions. We've got our disinfecting lamps, UV lamps and stuff, and we're taking all the precautions that we can. But yes, we love having the family here.
That's so cool. And then kind of circling back, so was this shop, was it a pandemic brainchild? Because we all kind of had some extra creativity time over the past couple of months, or had this been in the works for a while?
So this has actually been in the works for a while. They've actually owned this property for about 6 years.
Wow.
And the intention was to kind of always open up a coffee shop, but the timing wasn't right. So they used it for some other businesses.
Right.
And then about 2 years ago, I would say, it was time to start the process and getting, permits and zoning done. So they moved the business elsewhere that was here, and the coffee shop started.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And on top of just being a coffee shop, having an amazing space, you guys roast your own coffee.
We do,
and
yes.
I saw that you have 5 different beans here that you roast with your Bellweather Roaster.
Yes.
Why did you choose a Bellweather Roaster, and kind of what's the day-to-day roasting process like?
Yes, we love our Bellweather Roaster. We really love working with Bellweather. They're a zero emissions machine.
Wow.
So they're full electric, no gas needed to process that. They work with a slew of farms all over. They're vetted farms, so there's no slavery. Their workers get paid fair wages. And we're able to place our order on what area we want our beans to come from, and they go out there and they get hand-picked, shipped to us, and then we roast them here ourselves.
That's so cool hearing your story behind green coffee. One of the big things that I've learned over the past 6 months kind of working and learning about coffee is how unfair that supply chain has been, and so it's awesome seeing shops really doing their part to fix that.
Yes.
So because that you have so many different roasts that you provide here, you roast your own coffee and all other sorts of cool stuff, would you guys consider yourself a craft coffee shop or not?
Yes, we do consider ourselves craft coffee, just because everything we do is here. You cannot get our roasts anywhere. We don't, because we have our custom roasting here with our Bellweather. So the 5 roasts are particular to us. So yes, I would say we consider ourselves our craft coffee.
What are your 5 roasts and what are your favorite?
So we have our house roast, which is our Fire Cup blend.
Cool.
We have the Ethiopian We have a single origin 1, single origin 2, and a Costa Rica.
Dang, okay.
Yes.
That's fun. So another thing that you guys emphasized on your website was the coffee shop experience. And you know, when you're going to go into a coffee shop, you're kind of expecting to get some kind of experience, but not every shop markets it. Why did you guys decide to put emphasis on that marketing?
Mostly because it is something different. Like there is nothing like this here because we're kind of an all-in-one. We have a drive-thru, we have our front and back patios, we have our internet cafe, plus we have reading nook rooms. We're going to offer our 2 rental spaces. So just coming on the property without even touching the menu, you've got that full experience here of like we can touch students, teachers, business professionals, families. And then as far as the coffee experience goes, of course we have our custom roast, but you can't get this coffee anywhere else. It's to us particularly. And then we have our menu, which is a health food based menu, which, as I said earlier, the Haltom City is kind of a food desert. Mostly it's fast food, and then, even then there's only about 5 chains here. So having those healthy food options of vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free options to kind of help anybody with their allergies. So when we say you're going to come in for a coffee experience, you're coming in for an experience.
You really are. Yeah. Well, and even I can attest to the fact, like when I walked in, it's so much more than just like your stereotypical Starbucks. Like you can just feel the warmth in the ambiance, and you also have your awesome menu, and I was reading a little bit about it. I cannot wait to try some of it here in a second. But why did you decide to have that full menu, and what did the development process look like?
We wanted to offer more than just coffee with the food, and of course we wanted to have those healthy options. The food development happened here on hand with our owner and our managers. They created the recipes, they taste tested everything, so it was very in-house oriented. It wasn't something that we reached out to others. Our pastries, our gluten-free and dairy-free pastries are from local bakers that we bring in here to sell with. So we're very community-based, small business-based, as well as just in-house ourselves.
What has been your favorite like moment thus far working with another local baker or somewhere that you source from so far, like that you get to interact and share that with a person?
Yeah. So one of the bakeries that we use is called Pinch of Salts, and they're located in South Lake. And it has been wonderful to see them. First of all, they're getting exposure because people come in here and they're like, where's this delicious brownie from? Or where the delicious muffins are from? And we get to say, you know, we get them from Pinch of Salt. And same thing for us, they share us on their social medias as well to promote. And so I think it's all about tying it. It's not like hog the success for yourself. It's all about emboldening everybody and sharing that success.
That's so beautiful and so beautiful. It's just to see like the full circle all come together. What is from the coffee menu and from the food menu, what's your go-to order that I should try while I'm here?
Okay, so go-to coffee, my personal favorites are white chocolate mocha. Now, I've always been a white chocolate mocha fan, but I also have customers telling us how much our white chocolate mocha is the best they've had. Our caramel macchiato is another really popular one that people love when they come through. Now, non-coffee related, I highly recommend our strawberry hibiscus tea. It's an iced tea. So good.
That sounds amazing.
Now on the food, my go-to is always our grilled chicken panini. It's got our turkey bacon, chicken, cheese, and ranch on it, and it's so good. And it's the portion. I mean, sometimes I can't even finish the whole sandwich.
Wow. Okay.
So definitely love the chicken panini. And my go-to pastry is our whoopie pie, our gluten-free whoopie pie from Pinch of Salt.
That sounds amazing.
It's probably one of our best sellers, and it's made with fresh oatmeal, and it just hits the sweet tooth right on the nail.
Well, thank you so much for answering these questions for everyone. You guys need to make a trip out here, but before we go try all the amazing food and coffee, I think we should take a look around at this beautiful shop.
Yeah,
awesome.
Let's go. So this is our main dining space here. So when you walk in, we've got our beautiful vintage couch here. Love this design. It's so comfy, and I really think it's a big statement piece when you first walk in. And then of course, we've got our menu boards and where the baristas are. So it's just right as you walk in, very nice and cozy. And I just think it's a great welcoming spot. So in here we have our internet cafe. So this is where we have individual tables set up for everyone to come and work, and each station has its own outlet with 2 outlets and 2 USBs. Yes. Another thing that's really nice is you'll notice our speakers in the corner, and each room is controlled separately. so we can shut the music off in certain rooms if we need to. Through here is probably my personal favorite room in the whole coffee shop. This room has our reading nooks in it, and she specifically designed them for comfort spots. So we've got, this is a vintage original chair that she's gotten. This beautiful painting she got from a gallery in Dallas, and then these are our reading nooks over here. Now each reading nook is also set up to have an outlet plug-in, as well as it's long enough that you can literally stretch out right and get real comfy in.
I love it.
Yes, and then we'll come out this way and we'll go to the patio. So this is probably the highlight of the coffee shop, honestly, our outdoor patio space. We love it, our guests love it, it's pet friendly, love that. So we love our fire cup pups. Bring them in, we've got our pup cups that you can come get for them. We've got our walk-up window here, so you don't have to worry about leaving your pet outside while you go in. You just ring that little doorbell and a barista will come to your window. So we have our seating area here and the couch. And then out this direction, we also have more couches. This is also where we do our live music every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As people volunteer and reach out wanting to perform, we usually do them on the patio, but if the weather's not favorable, we will definitely move them inside. All right, well, I think that's about it for the grand tour. Do you want to go inside and try some things?
That would be awesome.
All right, let's go.
We just finished up our tour walking around Fire Cup with Kelsey, and we came back inside, and they have hooked me up with an amazing lineup of drinks. So I'm going to be trying Kelsey's favorite, a white chocolate mocha, a Mocha Fire Blend at Terry's recommendation, and then their house roast. And I think I am going to get started with the Mocha Fire Blend because it's a little bit hot here in Texas today. So I just want to start off saying their presentation is awesome. It's so much more than just like a paper to-go cup. It's a nice cup. You're here at home, and I'm going to take a little lick of the whipped cream. Absolutely delicious and fudgy. And now let's take a sip. That is so good. And I like it because it's really smooth. It's not like sometimes in the past when I've had like a mocha cooler, it's kind of gritty and you can't get it through the straw. This is perfectly smooth and you can taste the coffee. My least favorite thing in the world is getting like blended coffee beverages, and for me, loving the taste of coffee, not tasting it at all. And so that's definitely a highlight there. But if you have your little kid or your little brother here with you, you can get it without the coffee and everybody can enjoy the fire blends. Next on our lineup here is Fire Cup's white chocolate mocha. And ironically, I've never had a white chocolate mocha before. So we are going to be trying this for the first time together. Wow. Oh my goodness. So what I like better about it than the regular mocha is that it's not as overpowering with the chocolatiness, which I think allows you to taste the coffee better. This is amazing hot. Imagine like when it's cold here and like you're curling up with the fire over here. But when I come back here in the summertime, I'm gonna order it iced, and I think it's gonna be spectacular as well. I couldn't leave Fire Cup Coffee without trying their Fire Cup Blend. This was roasted here with their Bellweather Roaster, and you guys know that whenever we do black coffee, we do the 4 principles of coffee tasting, which means we are going to smell it. Then we're gonna take one sip, swish it around in our mouth and kind of figure out where the acidity hits. Then we're going to taste again and see if the sweetness is chocolatey or fruity, and then we're going to judge overall flavor notes. So we're going to start with the smell. I would say off the bat, it smells relatively sweet with maybe a hint of woodiness. And now we're going to go for acidity. And that acidity hits you very nicely on like the sides of your tongue with a nice, smooth, watery body. One more sip. I would definitely say the sweetness is on the fruitier side, and then one more. And then the overall flavor notes that I would say that I'm picking up on, and again, I'm still learning, so you guys correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I would say it's like a fruity sweetness with a smooth, comforting tang. I love where it hits everywhere on my palate, and I just think it's warm, homey, and refreshing, which kind of reflects the overall ambiance of the shop. So definitely a 10 out of 10. If I were to pick one of these to recommend for you guys to come, I would definitely recommend the Mocha Fire Blend right now, because Texas, it's usually hot except for the snowstorm recently. But take that, cool off, and know that you, if you're into coffee, can enjoy the taste of it. But you can also share it with someone that's not as into coffee, because you can still get that milkshake flavor profile. I had such a great time at my visit to Fire Cup Coffee. Special thanks to Kelsey for hosting me. I will definitely be back, and you guys should visit too. If you do, tag me in the pictures. I would love to see it. And subscribe down below for new videos every Saturday, and I will see you there. Bye guys.